What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is your man Synergy here. Today we're gonna actually be talking about something brand new for the early access PC client known as the Division Resurgence. So basically, I figured out ways to actually unlock the FPS without having to damage everything. Still in the process to figure out, what are the best settings for me, and I think that this could possibly be useful for you guys. Considering the fact that a lot of us on PC actually want to be able to play on max FPS or UNCAP FPS, since we're so used to poor PC applications actually having that option in the game. The early access doesn't. But this is going to be a quick tutorial on how to be able to showcase that firsthand. So without further ado, let's get started. So just to keep in mind, guys, you can't necessarily apply these settings when the game is not open, because once the game opens, it kind of reverses the settings back to what it necessarily was, and we'll get into that. So if you have Ubisoft Connect downloaded and you also have Resurgence downloaded, then just open the game. Obviously, administrator, accept it, and then as the game is opening, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna make the view distance to 5. We're gonna set the texture to 4, and then we're gonna set the level quality to 4, and then the custom quality to 4 as well too. Then we're gonna go down, make sure that VSync is, if it's true, set it to false. The resolution size, go ahead and turn that to whatever size. Mine is 38 by 40, 21 by 60. We're gonna look for something called desired screen width and desired screen height, I assume, and we're gonna change that to the same. Another important thing is when you want to change the FPS, be sure to leave the 6 zeros at the end. At default, it's 65. Change that to whatever FPS that you want to. Mine is going to be 120 because that's my monitor. And then after that, you just simply save it because the game's already open, whatever. But keep that open. And then when you sign into the game, right, we're gonna go into the game real quick, and then I'm gonna just show you a simple thing on how to be able to do this properly. So some people say that when you press Alt Enter twice, for example this, and then go back to the full screen, it should work, right? Still at 65. So now we're gonna go to the settings, leave it there for a couple of seconds, and then we go back, 120. Easy, right? So let's say, for example, this doesn't work, which I highly doubt that would be the case. You're gonna go and press right click on your desktop and then show more options, and then go to control panel. This is another way to do it. You're gonna go to the program settings, look for Division Resurgence, scroll down until you see max frame rate, and you can change it from there too. Apply the same thing that I just showed you. There are a couple of things to keep in mind though. When it comes down to the gameplay, it's gonna be good for you, of course, for you as a PC user. But the thing to keep in mind is, and what I've heard, I'm not sure if it's 100% true, is that there are people who say that they're mobile users, and they say that it makes them lag when they play the game with a PC user that has unlocked frame rate or whatever, right? And in reality, I don't know if that's necessarily true, because I thought like it's all separate. But again, I don't know if that's true, but to me, like I don't think it plays much of a an effect on mobile users. I'm not necessarily sure, but that's just one thing to keep in mind. But in terms of like quality, gameplay, and stuff like that, it's amazing. But this was a way to be able to showcase how to play it, so forth. So I thank you guys so much for tuning into the video. I hope that's actually helpful for you. Um, Obviously, like, it's still in early access. You still have to be able to, I guess, apply the settings every time you join the game, or at least open the game, sorry. um, it seems rather, dumb to be able to do it that way, but hopefully when the full game releases, that there are ways to be able to do that in game rather less than doing that from the notepad. But I'm used to it because I work with emulators, and some emulators require you to do that. Some uh, applications require you to do that, and that's fine. I'm not necessarily saying that that's necessarily a bad thing, but I just wanted to say for the record, shout out to all of you guys that have supported the channel. We're still trying to get the whole partner situation worked around. Hopefully in the next coming weeks that we can be able to do that. I'm in the process of making a Juggernaut build itself. It's taken longer than usual because the drop rates haven't been so good, and it has been sort of taxing for the most part. In terms of everything else, when it comes down to, the drop rates and elite missions and the drop rates and heroic, I know that I've told people to be as consistent as possible to play throughout those missions and see how that necessarily goes, but it's becoming to the point where, I don't know, like, the drop rates are not as great as they're supposed to be, and that sucks for those who are wanting to grind. But yeah, I hope that obviously changes in the future. I know that they nerfed healer. I have a feeling that they might nerf bulwark pretty soon once the season starts. I'm not sure, but regardless of things getting nerfed, I probably still would play those classes regardless, simply because of the SHD and so forth. So it doesn't necessarily matter. But again, guys, if you guys are not a part of, the clan Discord, be sure to do so. The link will be in the description. You don't necessarily have to be, I guess, in the clan to be a part of the Discord. I've told my leader so many times, you could be a supporter for my channel and be a part of Discord regardless of what your region necessarily is. We actually had some Asian players join NA server, unfortunately, because there's not an Asian Discord that is dedicated to those who play Division Resurgence, like clan wise or whatever the case may be. So it kind of is unfortunate for them, because most of the time, like, I would feel that there would be European servers or whatever the case was. I'm sure that there is, but yeah, you don't necessarily have to be in the clan in order to be able to join, but just be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and this is Synergy signing out, and I hope that you guys have a very, very good weekend. Peace out.